Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine McCoy and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you for clicking in to drop by, but if you're a returner, it is always nice to have you back. This video I'm going to be talking about and giving a recap of the month of May. Starting off, I made a couple of changes to my hair. I decided to try out mini twists. You all seem to like that. I really like that too. It is something that I think is going to stick around for medical school because I was thinking about it. Well, mini twists, I can easily put those up under any kind of surgical cap I need to. I can wear the loops. I will be able to not have to worry about my hair, kind of like braids, but a little less expensive than braids, and less time to put in and less time to take out. So I was like, these are going to be sticking around for a while. So mini twist, I love these, and it was a nice hair change to make. So that was the start of May. And another thing really important that happened in the month of May is that this is my second month as an Ivy Box brand ambassador. You all know, aka it is a very, very big important of my life. In the month of April, I became an Ivy Box brand ambassador, and that's gonna keep going and going and going. So that is going to be a regular thing that I talk about in each of these monthly videos. So for the month of May, what is it that members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated received from Ivy Storehouse? Well, the theme was in full bloom because it's spring. And because of that, they gave us a forever rose. Now that forever rose, it is going to last for a very long time. It's going to smell beautiful all year round, 365. And I think that the packaging said for like 10 to 15 years, something like that. So our forever rose from the Ivy Box. And then we also received a beautiful pink knit dress. So that is something that is very cute. Definitely going to get a lot of wear out of that. It also kind of depends on where you live in the United States and if it's warm enough for you to be going out wearing your cable knit dress. But it looks beautiful and I am very happy with what the Ivy Box sent us. Now, talking about some other things that happened in that month, I was asked to speak at a Jack and Jill senior recognition. Now, you all know I talk about it pretty much every video about being in Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. But another very important part of my life was when I was in Jack and Jill of America Incorporated. Jack and Jill is a Black family organization. Every time that my family moved, we knew we would be changing states, we would be changing schools, we would be changing addresses, changing houses, not going anywhere where anyone knew us in our family, but we knew we would be in Jack and Jill of America Incorporated. So it was a constant throughout my childhood. And I even became the mighty Midwestern teen vice president when I was in my senior year. So it was something that I was highly involved in. And I'm still highly involved in, even though I graduated out when I graduated high school. So they invite me to come and talk, to speak to all of the seniors who are going to be graduating, going off to college. It was a great time. We went to this clubhouse, beautiful lake, and it was a great time. So you could see all the little yachts out on the water, beautiful scenery, and we were just having a good time, eating, drinking, catching up, and being able to see all those people who, when I was graduated, were in the kids group. Now they're in the teen group and they're graduating out. It's like, I graduated from high school in 2017. That was nearly 6 years ago. That's wild. And the other part of it is, well, why don't you talk about it, Jasmine? Well, you graduate out, you don't become affiliated with it again until you have kids. And that is not going to happen for a very long time. So the only way that I keep interacting with Jack and Jill of America Incorporated is when they ask me, hey, Jasmine, as one of our people who graduated and has done great things since graduation, would you come and speak to our juniors, our seniors, whoever they ask me to talk to? That way you can give them some words of wisdom and motivation and talk about your life experiences. So that's what I did at the senior recognition. I was a co-keynote speaker. So they had me, a lady, come to speak. They also had a man come to speak. And it was just good. So here's a little bit of video from the Jack and Jill senior recognition.
Perfect. Look at us, Melissa. Thank you. That's great. That was a great photo.
One more with the teams. You guys mix it up. So we got boys, girls, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl.
The next important thing that happened in the month of May is I got my wisdom teeth removed. They have been bothering me literally for the last 6 months, but I kept pushing it off and off and off because of medical school interviews. How am I going to be interviewing with a school and I can't speak because my mouth is all puffed up? So I pushed it off and off and off. And then my teeth were like, you can't push this off any longer. I need to come out now. So I had the wisdom teeth removed. Everything went perfectly. I'm so happy that that's done now. But it was like the YouTube videos that you see of people not being able to talk afterwards. I didn't get any of the extra loopy drugs being put to sleep. I didn't get any of that. I was awake the entire time. So it was interesting because you can hear, also trigger warning if this is something that you don't like hearing about, because like I am going to be talking about breaking bones, sawing bones, and blood. So if that is not something you want to hear, keep going. But we're talking about wisdom teeth. So I'm awake, hearing everything, hearing them saw, hearing them twist and break and crack, and it's like, wow, okay, mouth is wide open, okay, this is a lot that's happening, and I'm just trying to relax, but I can feel my whole body scrunching up, and then I have to remind myself to relax and scrunch up. Woo! But I made it through, and guess what I got to do? I got to keep my wisdom teeth. So I have these two gigantic wisdom teeth for my back upper molars that I was able to keep. And guess what? Your girl had an extra little bit of wisdom. I did not have 4 wisdom teeth, I had 5. So I did get to keep my 5th wisdom tooth, the little, it's literally about the size of a pearl that they had to take out. But I got to keep that too. And then there was another one that was sawed in half that I got to keep as well. I'm not going to show that because that might be a little bit too much for YouTube, but I did get to keep my wisdom teeth. And that's the kind of things that, as someone who wants to go into medicine, I'm going like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And they're saying people rarely ever ask to take them home. And I'm like, but I do. So being able to keep 1, 2, the extra one, and then half of one, that pretty good job. The next important thing was dropping off my sister for her internship in California. Jayla this summer is going to be spending it having an awesome time working with Northrop Grumman. And she is an engineer. She works with the Engineering Honors College at the University of Kentucky. So this is very important to her. But my mom and I, we went there to move her in, make sure she got settled, that everything was as she wanted it, because we are good family members. And we also had a little bit of a vacation time for ourselves. So that was fun. The only thing though, how is it going to be 60 and cloudy every single day in California? We would get maybe 3 hours of sun after 1-ish every single day. And it's like, dang, we could have stayed in Cleveland for weather like this. So that was a little bit disappointing, but it's okay because we still had a great time. And I was the one kind of in charge of planning all of our excursions. So the excursions that I personally liked the most were the Huntington Library, Museum, and Gardens. Awesome time, so many beautiful flowers. We also got to see some books that were over 500, 600 years old, and then some artwork. Not all the art was like my favorite, except for one that looks like the meme of the guy like looking at the piece of paper. You know what I'm talking about. So I saw that painting in the Huntington Museum, and I'm going, why do they have memes in the museum? It was very funny to me. Not everyone got it when I posted that to my story, but some people did. Y'all are cultured. So here's some video. Oh wait, actually, another thing that I also enjoyed that I had planned for us was going to the Griffith Observatory. This is something that I wanted to visit literally a year and like 2 months ago when I was in California for the Far Western Regional Conference. It was something I wanted to go to, but they weren't open on the day that I was free, so I couldn't go to it. But I got to go this time. And Griffith Observatory is where you can look at all of the planets, suns, stars, blah, 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 blah. So because it was gray outside, literally overcast, you couldn't really do the interactive portions where you look in and see up because it's just gray. But there were some things that they did have that were very cool. They had Tesla coil demonstration, and they also had a UV radiation camera that you could interact with, which was really fun. So here is a little bit of video from my mom, my sister, and I enjoying ourselves in California. Very pretty.
Here, Mom, to closer look. I don't know what that is. It's very huge. Yeah.
The yellow?
No, the striper. That's from Pierre Long in France.
Really? Oh, that was something. I like it when the colors are sheer. Yeah. That's what I have that. paper that that's the part that you're gonna know.
You know what was cool? So that you have to get postdocs that you don't work in industry, and I'm like, why? I don't even need to do that.
You wanna go upstairs or this way? Yeah. You wanna go upstairs, Dad? We're going to. You wanna go upstairs? Or you go with Dad?
You can look inside the whole house. Look.
There's a bathroom in there.
Where's the bathroom? Oh, sorry. No problem. Jeff, come in.
All right, for those who do not know or would like to know more, a Tesla coil was invented about 100 years ago by an amazing person, Nikola Tesla.
Oh, it's not even loud.
Hi guys, how's everyone
Thing
doing?
that happened in May was going to a Memorial Day parade with Alpha Kappa Alpha's Alpha Omega chapter. So myself and my mom, we got to sit in a nice convertible, handing out candy to all the little kids that had their, their little pillowcases or whatever, kind of like Halloween. And we also were promoting people to go and vote. Very important, because voting is how you make yourself heard. It's how you let the government say, hey, you're doing a great job, or you're doing a terrible job. I want someone to take your spot. Doesn't matter who it is, that you have those feelings about, just go vote. You and I might have different opinions, but go vote. That is the most important thing, because if you don't vote, you're saying, I'm okay with going with the group. And our group is 330 million Americans. That's a lot of people to put your trust in for your future and the morals and values you have. I'm gonna get off my soapbox now, but that is what we were doing. We were having a great time. We did have to get there super early, and it was super hot, and I wore a sweatshirt. That was a terrible idea. I was dying by the end of it, but in the time that we were waiting, we were making it fun. So, of course, we were playing music, we were dancing, and it was nice. So here's some video from the Memorial Day parade now. And that is it for the month of May. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're not subscribed, make sure that you click that button, very simple, bottom right hand corner, and like the video, comment about some things that you would like to see me do in the future. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.